Good morning for Tuesday, September 15th. It is good to be with you this day. We begin by lighting the Christ candle, and whenever we do so, we remember Jesus' promise in the Gospel of Matthew that wherever two or more are gathered in my name, I am there among them. Our reading this morning comes from the Psalms, and it comes from Psalm 145, verses 1 through 8. I will extol you, my God and King, and bless your name forever and ever. Every day I will bless you and praise your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised. His greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall laud your works to another and shall declare your mighty acts. On the glorious splendor of your majesty and on your wondrous works I will meditate. The might of your awesome deeds shall be proclaimed, and I will declare your greatness. They shall celebrate the fame of your abundant goodness, and shall sing aloud of your righteousness. The Lord is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. Richard F. Ward reflects on this text, and he writes, "For those for whom praise comes slowly, and who come to worship with heavy hearts, there is an invitation to offer a quieter response. The worshiper may meditate on God's wondrous works, as in verse 5, that at present lie outside the grasp of an individual's understanding, but help to fashion a hope. For such people there is an assurance. The God praised in the psalm is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love." And we are invited into the psalm in response by reflecting on these questions. What, for instance, makes someone or something praiseworthy? Is it something she does? Something he resists doing? What makes someone or something praiseworthy? I think there are individual acts and actions that deserve praise, whether they are something that somebody does or something that somebody resists. I think that there are different things that deserve praise. But when I think of praise of God, it isn't just one thing or one act or even one virtue of God that is worthy of our praise, but it's all of God. It's God's character. And I think that is something that we see reflected in our own humanity. Because aren't those people who do those acts that are worthy of praise, isn't their character something that points to something bigger? Something that directs us towards and beyond themselves. I think, for example, of some of the people that we have known in our congregation and in our lives who have passed on. And one of the things that I reflect on when we do a memorial service or a funeral service is reflecting on how that person's life pointed us towards God. Towards God, who is really the one that is worthy of our praise. So what makes God worthy of our praise? It's all of God's character. It is that God is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. And that is one of my favorite quotes from all of the Psalms, because I really think that it encapsulates all of who God is. And that last clause, abounding in steadfast love. Abounding, overflowing, overfilled, to the point of that it cannot be contained. And that steadfast love, that is something that will never be moved, something that will never, ever change. That's pretty awesome. People of God, will you pray with me? Merciful God, you are indeed gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. Amen. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors. Friends, peace be with you this day. Have a good one.